Here we are in the app Book Creator, and I am in the free version. I'm going to tap on the actual book and open it up. Here's the cover. When I tap the arrow on the right hand side, I go to pages 2 and 3 and tap it again to go to the pages 4 and 5. If I want more pages, tap on the plus sign. I'm going to go back to the cover, and on this we're going to add some text. I tap on the plus sign and I have lots of options. I'm going to click on Add Text. Just simply type in the infamous saying or phrase, "Hello world." I can move that around with my finger. You'll notice it's fairly simple, basic text, and if I want to format it, I have to make sure that this blue box is encircling the text, so that means that I have selected the text, and then I can go over to the I button, the information, or also known as inspector, and this menu pops up that allows me to format the text. I can make it bold, I can make it a little bit larger, and I can also change the font, the color, the background of the text box itself. There's lots of options in there that you can play with. I'm going to go to page 2 and 3 and I'm going to add a photo. Tap on the plus sign. I'm going to add a photo, and this time I'm going to use my camera. Click on camera. There we go. I'll take a photo of something that's outside. Click on use photo, and that will install the photo on my page. You'll notice it's rather large, and in order to resize it, we don't use two fingers, we actually drag the handle that is in the corner to resize the photos. And then I can move it anywhere on my page. I can also add photos the same way, we're just going into the camera roll to grab the photo. There's also a pen tool. If I tap on the pen tool, it will allow me to draw and hit done. And I can move that around as well. Lastly, I can add sound, and that would be an audio recording. When you are asked if you can access the microphone, photos, or camera, please always say OK. If you say don't allow, you have to go in and change that in your privacy settings. I'm going to tap OK. And of course it is now recording. I will stop that and say yes, I want to stop the recording, and we get a little audio button. Now this audio button is interesting. You'll notice again I've selected that audio button, and if I tap on my I, inspector or information, I can see that there's some options there. There's not many, but the one option that you might want to think about using is this one here that says invisible in iBooks. If I activate that, you'll notice it's now, we can still see it, but it's a little bit more transparent of an image. And when I do actually publish this as an ebook, that icon will completely disappear. So you could actually insert this over top of another image and tell the user to tap on the image, and the image would look like it's making a sound. I'm going to go over to page 4 and 5, tap on my plus sign, and you see down at the bottom there's a More button. I'm going to tap on that. There's some shapes I can add here, so I can add any of those shapes, and of course they can be resized and repositioned. Tap More. I could add anything from a map. So let's scroll over here. I'm going to zoom in, and there we go. There's a nice map of Richmond, and we're going to hit done, and that will install maybe it won't install that as a map. There we go. So we have to tap on it. Okay. So that will install that as a map of Richmond. If I tap on the I can type, hit done. There. So I now have the title map of Richmond, and by tapping on it, it will allow me to go in and see this map. tap on my, tap on the plus sign, more, and last thing I can do is I can embed a website. I've already typed in the website for Major League Baseball. I'm going to tap next, and this is what will show up on my page. Hit done. It is again a little large, so I'm going to resize it, make it a little smaller, and that would be able to link the user to the site of Major League Baseball in the book itself. You'll notice here that my arrow is behind those two elements are on the page, and if I wanted to, I could position that there, and it's behind. If I tap on the I button, down at the bottom, just above where it says delete, I can move it from the back to the front. And so now it is layered on top of that thumbnail of the web link, so I can change the layering of images, text, web links, shapes, and all kinds of things by using that move back to front, front to back feature. I'm going to go into the pages, tap on the pages. You'll notice here I have my 3 different pages. My cover always has to be at the beginning, but if I wanted to move pages 4 and 5, I tap on it, hold, drag down, and then move it over. So you have to do a long press and then drag down to be able to shift the position of those pages in your book. I click done. When I want to go back to that page or get out of this editing the pages feature, I have to double tap on the page and it will open up to that page 2 and 3. I'm going to go back to my books. Lastly, down at the bottom there's some tap on the I, and this is where I can add my title of my book plus the name of the author. This is also where I can delete the books. And the sharing button, if I tap on that, I can export it as either an EPUB, which is the iBooks format, or the digital book format. You can export it as a PDF, but of course the videos and the audio clips will not play. And lastly, you can export it as a video, and in the video it will automatically go through every page and play all of the media on each of the pages. There you have a quick guide on Book Creator.